Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Chanta Sama Day. What it do, what it do, what it do. Rejoice, rejoice. Good tidings I bring you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good to you, my friend. When pressure drop, you can't conquer iron. Can't happen. Get away with the bluesy feeling. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chanta Sama Day. Oh my gosh, welcome to Chanta Sama Day. We are here today on, what is it? The 16th. Oh my goodness, of January already. It's 2 days into the semester. Texas Women's University, shout out. University of Maryland starts at the end of the month, the 27th. So shout out to Texas Women's University, University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, all the universities out there who is beginning their spring semester. I want to send a shout out. I want to send a shout out to all the students, the incoming freshmen, transfer students, sophomores, juniors, seniors about to graduate in May. Have a safe and successful spring 2025 semester. Have a safe and successful semester, truly. So thank you for joining Chanta Sama Day. We have a lot to unpack today. First of all, I want to preface this psalm with the FDA. Yeah, I want to preface the psalm with the FDA because the FDA is in the news. And years ago, the Rastafarian elders, shout out to the Nyabinge House in Tabernacle in Bordeaux, St. Thomas, blessed, because years ago, before 2018, before 2014, before 2005, when Hurricane Katrina, before that, the elders mentioned yellow 5, they mentioned red 40 or red 30. They mentioned these ingredients to watch out because this is poison. It's poison in the food, and people, thinking they're crazy. What are they talking about, right? But there's a lot of countries that have banned certain ingredients in, certain foods that are out there. And the USA hasn't ban these things, knowing that they're poisonous, knowing that they're bad. Hi, Dominactor Velez. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining Chantasama Day. Hi. Uh, so they are I had to preface the psalm with that, okay? Because a lot of times we are told things, we know things, but we don't act on them or do it. You know what I mean? We get angry with people, we have all this animosity toward people, but we don't look at the system as and come together with each other against this oppression, this oppressive foods that are out there. Hi from South Africa. Hey from South Africa. How are you? Thanks for joining, Gigi Luffy. Dominador, why is your message retracted? Please do say kind things. Why has that happened? Hi, it's Nah. How are you? Thanks for joining Chantasam. We are early. We're at about 10 minutes to the top of the hour, and that hour may be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on where you are in the world. We have South Africa watching. We have let's see, some other places. So tell me where you are watching from. Okay, it's Nah. We're gonna have to is it too early for you? Is it too early for you? Um because you are having some kind of episode. I don't know what it is. Is it too early? Because I'm seeing words that are being typed. But thanks for liking this video and thanks for tuning into Chantasam. I wanted to preface this Chantasam with the FDA. The FDA has banned, they came out with news yesterday, I believe, that red 3 dye or red 30 or whatever it is, this colorant was banned decades ago because it caused cancer in rats. And it kept appearing on the ingredient lists of popular snack foods. So when you eat snacks and you eat certain things that are processed, be careful. That's why the Rastafarians, they refuse to eat the processed stuff out of a package or a can. You know, it's nefarious that these grocery products and snack foods remained approved for use until today, until now. So that says a lot. And that's why I said those years. I said 2018, before that, before 2014, before 2005. Before that, this was known, you know. And the red 3 is also known as erythrocyan and FD&C red number 3. So there's products that has these items in it. And I don't know why this is coming out now. Maybe somebody isn't paying the FDA. They're not getting the money from whatever to cover this up, and it's leaked out. They've just let it out. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but it's always something about money in the system. So candies, okay, baked goods and snacks, okay. Betty Crocker red decorating icing contains red 3. Other Pillsbury Funfetti Valentine's Day vanilla frosting uses red 40. Dairy and frozen foods. So you have True Moo strawberry whole milk contains red 3. I don't even drink that stuff. I even look at that, I was like, what the heck? popsicle brands, Edie's strawberry ice cream, things that they want to make look red. Marciano cherries were like known to, like, it's a deadly thing to eat Marciano cherries. Um, it talks about that here. Many Marciano cherry brands, including store brands from Walmart and Kroger, have switched to Red 40, but Kroger Extra Cherry Canned Fruit Cocktail contains Red 3. So it doesn't matter, Red 40, Red 3, Yellow 5, all of this stuff you shouldn't be eating. Human consumption is not this is not to be consumed, okay? It's not. Um, and if humans could use rats to test on, imagine others using humans to test on. So, yeah, thank you, Mike. Hi, Mike. How are you, Mike Denault? Thanks for joining Chantasama Day. And Zayden. Nobody's going to rob Zayden. Okay. Calm it down, calm it up, and stay in the upper ethereals of goodness and that higher love. Okay. That's the place to be. So I wanted to preface the psalm. Hi, Mohammed. How are you, honey bunch? I wanted to preface Zayden, love, kindness, all the way. Thank you for the heart emoji eyes. What is that? Anyway, I wanted to preface the psalm with that because it's quite. I wonder what Miss Seals, is going to say. If you're not part of the SEAL squad, you better get part of the SEAL squad. Amanda Seals, check her out on YouTube live. She comes on, what's today? Today's Thursday. I think she comes on Monday through Thursday. Yeah. On YouTube. I come on every day in the Rise to chant the Psalm. But she comes on, I think it's 10 o'clock, 10:30 to, I don't know what time it finishes, but it starts at 10 o'clock around there. But check out Amanda Seals. This is a shout out to my girl. What is this message held for review? Zayden, are you being not nice? Be nice. Be nice, or you're going to have to lay low. Okay? All right? Be nice. So I wanted to preface the psalm with that. And in prefacing the psalm with that, and you can tell oh my goodness, I just woke up, y'all, like not too long ago. So I'm up. I haven't gotten myself together yet. I'm teaching like 5 classes. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so many things happening, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful for the time. But I'm typing as I'm see how work is happening. So let's get to the psalm. I'm prefacing the psalm. I'm prefacing the psalm. Wait a minute, I'm trying to edit this. Okay. Hi, Mark. How are you? Thanks for joining Chantasama Day. We are here today. I am, as you can tell, typing and working at the same time. I'm teaching child development classes. And one of the classes that I'm teaching this semester is early childhood development. And it's, we talk about prenatal and we talk about, taking care of the physical body that is going to have the baby, living in there, and how that has to be nourished and healthy, right? So when I think about this FDA, and I posted something about the FDA. If you go to the movie Dallas Buyers Club, there's a movie Matthew McConaughey is in. You need to watch it. It's called Dallas Buyers Club. They may take it off and ban it. I don't know. But it talks about the FDA and the big pharma companies. So when I look at this new revelation that's happening in the world with red 30 or red 3 or whatever that ingredient is, I had to preface the psalm with that because, excuse me, it's daunting. It's really daunting that the foods that you love to eat, the chips and the snacks and all of the processed foods that I was told about, like 20, how old is my daughter? My daughter is a home birth. She's 25, I believe. Yeah, so 25, let's say maybe 27 years, because I was up in the hills living off the earth and reading and learning about the world, what I supposed to had learned when I was a child, but I didn't. I learned the lies. I learned all the lies. And then as I got older, I began to search for the truth, because the truth is going to set you free. And that's what I feel free. I'm not in a relationship. I'm single and I'm free. I have good friends in my circle. And because of that, I feel lifted up and I feel, seen because I have that friendship. Hi, Stone. How are you? Hi from, what's NZ? New Zealand. Is it New Zealand, Mark? Okay. Where are you watching from, Zayden and Stone and everybody else on here? Where are you watching from? Thank you, Mohammed, for the kisses. Mwah. Love you all. Thanks for joining Chantasam. We meet here every rise, early in the rise. So you got to get up early, subscribe to this channel so you can get a notification, like the video so you can make me smile. No, I'm kidding. Like the video because I talk about the truth, okay? Literacy liberates. Thank you for liking the video. Literacy liberates, okay? How does literacy liberate in your life? I'm going to end up naming this channel or these episodes Literacy Liberates. Welcome to Literacy Liberates. What are we going to read about to liberate us today? We're going to be reading Psalm 36 out of the scriptures. Yes, this is Psalm 36. It's titled, How Precious is the Steadfast Love. Thanks for liking this video. See, I get to smile. You get a smile from me. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also wanted to preface this. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Yes, Martin Luther King Jr. His birthday happened yesterday, 1929. So 1929 was when he was arrived. 19 according to the calendar. So that was 96. Oh my goodness. 96 is a powerful number. That's the year my second son I birthed. And my mom birthed me 69. And I birthed my son 96. So see how it turned around? It's yin and yang. Anyway, I love the fact that nobody talked about Martin Luther King's birthday yesterday. Nowhere on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook if you're not my friend on Facebook. Okay? go to Dr. Carla M. Sewer. That's me, Dr. Sewer. And you will find me on Facebook, Instagram, what else? YouTube. Um, I'm gonna start a Pantheon. Um, what is it called? Patreon. I'm starting a Patreon. So you have to subscribe to my Patreon in order to get to see what's happening. Yeah. So if you want to, you can subscribe to my Patreon. It's going to be about the Black Mermaid. I have a copyright. Where is my copyright? Oh gosh. Where is it? I have, my daughter gave me this. My daughter gave me that. Oops. Yeah, so I have a Patreon account, and you can be able to subscribe. You have to pay to subscribe though to that account, and you get to see a lot about me in that video in my Patreon. So as you can tell, I have all this stuff happening. This is me, Dr. Sewer. Ah! Anyway, yeah, so the Black Mermaid, is, oh my goodness, powerful. I have my, so the Black Mermaid on my Patreon account. So I am, looking for a tail. I'm looking for a tail. Okay, I'm looking for a tail. And it's not a tale, a story. It is, where is my copyright stuff? It is, I wanted to show you guys my copyright. I don't know where it went to. It's somewhere. Here, I bet you I'll find it after I finish this. But anyway, the Black Mermaid. So my Patreon, is going to be up soon. So I'm going to have that up and going, where you can come in and you can see videos, and you can have a good experience learning about what the Black Mermaid is, who she is, where she's going to be, and like I said, I'm looking for a mermaid tail, and so I'm, if you know of a mermaid tail, out there, let me know. Swimmable mermaid tails, you can find them online. They cost up to $200. They cost up to $500 for the silicone mermaid tail. There's one for $2,500. There's one for $3,700. So I am, if somebody out there can donate this mermaid tail, it'll be amazing to have. So they run from, the most expensive one is, $4,000. So if somebody out there has $4,000 that they can give me to get this mermaid tail, um, that will be great. And I will show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I think it's worth that. It's worth the $4,000, and they have different it's upgraded silicone. So this is what it looks like. These are the mermaid tails, see? So I need one. I need one. So if you want to invest, oh my goodness, I love this orange one. And this one is really pretty. That one there. So if you want to invest, okay, seriously, this is for those who really interested in supporting my work. As the Black Mermaid, I need a tail. So this summer, I'm going to be swimming as the Black Mermaid with my summer students, because the first year, I think is the first year I did the workshop, or the second year I did it, I had a mermaid tail. Shout out to Tony Lane, Tony Lane, TONILANE, Tony Lane, for making me my first mermaid tail. Love you, Tony. Amazing young lady. So yeah, the Black Mermaid, it's important story, because it's setting what Martin Luther King spoke about. He spoke about the color black and the word black being negated. So I am following in his call, really, to uplift the word black. So I am the Black Mermaid. I'm not going to hire someone else. I am the Black Mermaid. And you can get to see me swim. You can get to see me by subscribing to this channel. Also, in my description, I have, if you go to @African Mermaid on YouTube, that's another channel that I'm going to be posting all my mermaid stuff. Okay. So we're getting this seriously going. Children's book, all of this is going to be coming out with the Black Mermaid. I have a Black Mermaid doll that's going to go with the book. It's going to be really cute. So I need your help. I need your support. Okay. You can Cash App, you can, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. I have all of those that is available for you to send donations. So the Mermaid on Patreon, my Patreon account, okay? My Patreon account is not published yet. It's called the Black Mermaid. It's created by me. You can become a member of my of the Black Mermaids team of the Black Mermaids mission. And the Black Mermaids mission is really to make a better environment, make a better environment so that the animals in the ocean can have their food. We can stop eating them and take care of them and their habitats. Because animal habitats are being encroached upon by humans, and then the animals are reacting, and people are like, the animals is yeah, you're in their habitats. Okay. So for my Patreon, it's $5 a month. You can join for $5 a month. That's it. $5 a month. Okay. And you get to see videos. I'm not posting this nowhere else, certain things nowhere else but on my Patreon account. So you will get to be part of that. Now, we talked about the FDA, we just talked about Martin Luther King, and it's tied together, believe it or not. Because when we look at the FDA and the foods that are approved, the ingredients in foods that are killing people, and they want to know why there's a high rate of cancer, why there's a high rate of this and that. And then they look at me and you and want to know why we look so young and why we this, because we're not eating that crap. We don't want to eat that. And we want to grow our own food. You know, we want to grow our own food. And we demand to grow our own food. So the Black Mermaid is powerfully speaking about taking the power, returning it to the people, where they can grow their own food. They can, create their own medicines, and they can live off the earth without being pimped and prostituted in a system that is oppressive and destructive, and a system that does not love them. Listen to Michael Jackson, okay? They don't care about us. So he knew that a long time ago. He was going to expose a lot of these things that the FDA is talking about today. And they get rid of people like that. So become a member of my Patreon. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Okay. If you go to Facebook, you find me at Carla M. Sewer. Okay. And you can also find me on Facebook at Dr. Carla M. Sewer. So I have two, Dr. Carla M. Sewer and Carla M. Sewer. Both of those interact with each other. So they're two different pages, and Dr. Carla M. Sewer is being, that page is basically fun page. I post stuff about me there, etc. What is this? So, but you can tune in to my YouTube and see that. Greetings. My name is Dr. Carla M. Sewer. I'm a certified family life educator. I'm also a librarian, an artist, and an activist for children and families in the U.S. Virgin Islands and beyond. So that's me, the U.S. Virgin Islands and beyond. My company is Negus Education. It's an educational firm that supports children's learning and growth. So if you have received a gift from me, from Dr. Sewer, in the mail, whether it's Crayolas or it's, whatever it is that you've received in the mail from Dr. Sewer, that is being sent due to donations that I receive. And the donations that I receive, I use to support my work. And my work is very instrumental in educating. It's also instrumental in enlightening, and as well as empowering the learner to take control of their learning, not being sedentary in the learning process. So the learning is active learning. So when we talk about the FDA, we talk about Martin Luther King Jr. His birthday was yesterday. Nobody mentioned it. I didn't see it on the news or anything talking about his birthday was yesterday. In the Psalm today, we're 34 minutes in already, and I haven't even started chanting the Psalm. But in the psalm today, and I have read this psalm before, Psalm 36. I ask always that the words of my mouth and the meditation of our hearts is acceptable in the sight of what is righteous, good, and kind. So precious is the steadfast love. And that precious steadfast love does not wane. It doesn't fade. It doesn't disappear. It's always there. We may feel lost or alone or, not able to get to the next phase in our lives. We may feel stuck. We may feel, we made a mistake, like I feel like I made a mistake 7 years ago when I said yes, when I should have said no. Let's wait. Let's slow our roll, So we don't want to get stuck in those mistakes and those spaces of, putting ourselves down. We want to use those mistakes that we made as a sounding board to rise again because the joy comes again. And we have to stay in that wave of joy, even though we have been hurt. We have been, lied to, bamboozled, we've been run amok. We've just been, done wrong. We cannot be victims of it. We have to be survivors now. We are survivors of the bull crap, just like as what's happening in the world today with the FDA. People have died at the hands of the FDA approving certain ingredients. What about these people who have, died from these poisonous foods? Who is going to be held accountable? What about the enslaved Africans who were never given, or their descendants were never given reparations? They were never given an apology, or they were never given justice. They're still being hunted down today. So we have to look at this precious, steadfast love because it's not out there. Thank you for liking this video. Because what speaks to the wicked is transgression. Transgression, you know what that means. When somebody transgresses, they're, falling away from the righteousness. So the transgression speaks to the wicked according to the psalm, not me. Don't beat me up and talk about me said this. Dr. Sewer didn't speak this about Psalm 36. I didn't write this. This is to the choir master of David, the servant of the Lord. That's it. I'm reading what it says, Psalm 36. Look it up. You can follow along with me. Verse 1, transgression speaks to the wicked deep in his heart. There is no fear of God before his eyes. Who are they talking about? The wicked. Transgression is in the wicked's heart. They don't fear God. They don't fear doing the wrong thing into doing the right thing. They're not afraid of doing wrong, in other words. They're not afraid of putting ingredients into foods that the public is going to be consuming. They're not afraid of doing the wrong thing. Be afraid of doing wrong. Do right. Do good. If you're going into a store and your friend going in there with you and they say, let's go steal, be very afraid to go steal. Be very afraid to do the wrong thing. Be very afraid to destroy a business or someone else's life. Be very afraid, because the outcome is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. As written here in the psalm, that the wicked flatters themselves in their own eyes. that their own wrongness cannot be found and disliked because they don't take accountability. Okay, they do not take accountability. So the accountability for enslaving Africans is not even taken accounted for. The reparations for Black people in the U.S. who have been taken, their ancestors have been, the reason they're in the U.S., in other words, is because this event took place. And there is no reparations for those people that were done that to. Okay? And in verse 3, the words of the mouth of the wicked are trouble and deceit. And this mouth of the wicked has stopped to act wisely and to do good. Okay? So, in other words, the words of the mouths of the wicked are trouble and deceit. Lies, basically, and trouble. And they're not acting wisely and doing good. They're plotting while on their bed. They're plotting what they're going to do to a person or to whatever. They're plotting. They're setting themselves in a way that is not good. They don't reject evil. They embrace evil. They sit there playing evil games and evil things and just evil, wicked, violence. Violence is a big thing for the wicked. They love it. They love violence. They love toxicity and drama and quarrel and cursing and fighting and arguing and putting people down and this is what the wicked is described as. So in the steadfast love, according to Psalm 36 verse 5, this steadfast love of righteousness that is the Lord extends up to the heavens and the faithfulness to the clouds, because down low where people are, they're not doing good. They're not rejecting evil. They're getting sucked in it. They're getting sucked up in it. So the steadfast love, and someone said this on Facebook, they said, is your name written in the book of life, where you are guaranteed life because of your steadfast love and your faithfulness and your good works and your honest, humble integrity. So the righteousness of the Most High, that's your righteousness. That's inside of you. You are the good soil. You are the good soil. You have to plant inside your good soil righteousness, mercy, kindness, love, all of it. Plant it in there. Like dig a hole and put some love in there, some kindness, some compassion, some mercy, some long suffering, a little bit of forgiveness, and all of this in there into your good soil. Because that righteousness is as the mountains of God. The judgments are as the deep. Human beings and animals is saved by this righteousness. Every day we are saved. When you get up this rise and you're sitting here watching this live, you have been saved. You have been blessed. You've been highly favored. You've been wonderfully made and fearfully made to receive the goodness. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you. So, how precious is that steadfast love? The children of man cannot fathom this. Cannot. What is that? Stop it. Okay, where is that? Okay, yeah. Friday. I want that stuff done though before. Is that stuff done? Then we're gonna go today. If that stuff is done, we're gonna go today. So the steadfast love is powerful, and the children of humanity take safety in the shadow of the wings of this righteousness. Take safety. And this precious, steadfast love that the children of humanity take safety in the shadow of, the wings of, guess what? There's a feast of the abundance of your house. And you give drink from the river of delights. So the feast and the drink and all of this abundance is upon you because you're taking safety in the shadow of the wings of righteousness. You're not erring on the side of wrongness. You're standing up for what is right. You're going to speak your voice about what is right. So, for with you is the fountain of life. In your light do we see light. So, when people talk about the fountain of youth, the fountain of life, the fountain, what is the fountain? The fountain has water, right? Are you drinking from the living water, or are you drinking from the FDA's poisonous foods that they are approving in the US? What are you drinking from? So you're going to drink from the river of delights, not from the river of poison. Because for with righteousness is the fountain of life, and in righteousness is light. I see light. I see the light. Some people are living in depression. Some are living in despair. Some are living without light. They're void of light. I'm not going to call it darkness because I'm dark skinned. And people are dark skinned. Beautiful, dark, black skin. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, someone told a lie one day, and they crouched it in the language. So that's why his birthday, January 15th, is not acknowledged. It's not a worldwide acknowledgement of this man being birthed on the 1929 on the 15th of January. That wasn't too long ago. He would have been 96. Jimmy Carter, as they said, it was 100. Martin Luther King would have just been 96. What would he have said today? What would he have said today about what is happening with our public libraries in the Virgin Islands specifically? What would he say about that? What would he speak about? What would he speak about that? So, how precious is this steadfast love? And then in verse 10 and 11 and 12, we end the psalm. Keep on the steadfast love to those that know the steadfast love, because some is not going to know it. And the righteousness to the righteous in their heart, those who are upright in their heart, who are upright, who love righteousness, and loving righteousness in everything they do. It's not self-righteous. It is putting righteousness before self. So the self wants to play violent video games. Guess what? Righteousness says, no, we're not going to be violent. We're not going to kill. We're not going to shoot. We're not going to do this violent game. Let's play another game. Let's play Scrabble and find words. Let's be word collectors and look at the words that are going to uplift our lives. You know what I'm talking about? So when people fall away from this righteousness, from the righteousness, guess what? You're going to have trouble. You're going to have pain and sorrow. You're going to have situations that's not going to be nice because you have embraced violence. Okay. Someone posted on Facebook, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers. And I was like, oh, that's such a good little game. You know what I mean? Nobody's shooting and killing and, robbing a car and grand thefting and Fortniting and all this stuff. Nobody's doing that in those games, Pac-Man. And, what happened? What happened is this is what happened. Violence have reaped into our homes. And people want to know why there's domestic violence. We got men sitting down and women too playing video games all day long. Look at that movie called The Breakup. A video game was at the center of their breakup. So it's important, to have fun. Yeah. But not at the detriment and the destruction of your life. Don't go have fun and destroy your life and other people with you, So the steadfast love that we speak about, and I'm reading about in verse 10, 11, and 12, is going to keep on keeping on. It's going to keep on keeping on. Because that steadfast love is going to be to those that know the steadfast love. And that righteousness within that person to that uprightness in that person's heart. So let not the foot of arrogance come upon I and I, nor the hand of the wicked drive I and I away. Right? That's not going to happen. There the evildoers lie. That's what they do. They lie. They lay low, better lay low. They lie falling. They are thrust down, unable to rise. This is Psalm 36, verse 12, the end of the psalm. The evildoers lie fallen. The evildoers are thrusted down, unable to rise. So where you met that person 7 years ago, in the 7 years, I got not 1 degree, but 2. A second master's and a PhD. In the 7 years, I started a business. I started the business. Thank you for liking this video. I started a business. In the 7 years, I began a reading initiative in my community to serve children and families during the summer. In the 7 years, I did this. The workshop is now in its 5th year this summer. It'll be 5 years. And some people have been in the community doing work longer than me. I've been in my community doing work, this work, for 5 years. But there was another version of me that was in the community doing work back in 1993, 1994, 1995, 1996, when my son was born, my second one. 1997, 1998, 1999, when my daughter, I had a home birth. The first home birth on St. John in my family, in my immediate family. I'm the first. There's a first time for everything. I'm the first to do a lot. Okay. So all of those times I've been working with children. Yeah. all those times. When my daughter was born in 1999, in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, I began University of the Virgin Islands. I was like, I have to learn about child development. This is really interesting. I didn't know certain things. I want to learn. And I found out. So UVI, shout out to the University of the Virgin Islands. I attended there. My son attended there. And my niece is attending there now. So University of the Virgin Islands, I'm going to partner with you all. Shout out to Malik, Dr. Sekou. Anyway, so the psalm today ends with that. Do not worry about the things of this world. Do not worry about the FDA and all these agencies that are out to kill you. Don't worry about them. Don't worry and fret yourselves because of evildoers, according to Psalm 37, that is after 36. So Psalm 36 today really kinds of ends it, my time with you today. It ends my time with you today. Thank you for liking this video. But that was the Psalm 36 today, and the word today is faith, because that's, talking about the FDA and Martin Luther King Jr., we have to have faith. Martin Luther King Jr. talked about faith. He said faith is like a staircase. You don't see the ending of a staircase, but you have faith to keep climbing. So faith is the word today, and we remember Martin Luther King Jr. Yesterday was his birthday. My faith is my comfort and my shield. Okay, so unfortunately, uncertainty and doubt creep into just about everyone's life at some point, right? You uncertain about certain things, you have doubt about certain things. When that happens, you take safety in your faith. You go into faith. I'm always knowing in something, learning about something, health or illness, prosperity or lack, peace or discord. When I realize this, I can reclaim my power to choose where to place my faith. Okay? Sometimes when we place our faith in people and they disappoint us, we get hurt. So we have to have that faith in something else we cannot see. That's that mist I talk about, that righteous, omnipotent one that we don't see. I trust that one more than the one I can see, let me tell you. So I have faith in the absolute goodness of righteousness and in my own righteous identity as a child of righteousness. So we are good. We are from that.
96.
Yep, I know. I talked about that on here already. 9-6, I talked about that. Listen to my chat. Listen to my chat. So I believe and I know in I ability to align I thinking with the divine and change I life by changing I thoughts. I said this to someone and they were like, I don't know what you're talking. Your thoughts manifest into your words. Your words manifest into your works. And when you don't have them aligning together, all in unison, in a harmonic pattern, you're going to be confused. You're easily led astray and led amok. You're easily bamboozled. You're easily can be lied to. I know from experience 7 years ago. So I'm not the same person I was 7 years ago. And neither should you be. Are you that same person you were 7 years ago? So 7 years is a very powerful number. 7, very powerful, because faith causes doubt to fade from your awareness as you realize that you are part of everything righteousness is. I know I am righteousness' goodness in expression. How I express myself is the righteousness I know is from above. So the word today, faith, is brought to us by Ephesians 2, chapter 2, verse 8. For through grace, righteousness have been saved through faith. And this is not I and I own doing. Righteousness, grace that I have been saved through faith is a gift. It's a gift of the higher one. It's a gift of righteousness that is the perfect love of goodness that you came out of. But you've forgotten. We've forgotten because we get sucked up in this distracted traps of the world, right? So through grace, I and I have been saved through faith, through the grace of righteousness that is perfect love. Okay? That's where you find the perfect love, within that space. It's not within someone else. You're going to get disappointed. You're going to get hurt. It's going to not be good. But once you find that grace through that higher power of love, that's higher than any love that you can find or feel on the earth, that higher love keeps you happy. It keeps you next to goodness and mercy and compassion and forgiveness. So thank you for listening to this Psalm 36. The word today is faith. How are you going to express your faith? What are you going to do? How are you going to eat? How are you going to live? How are you going to be part of this creation? How? Okay. So, what are you going to do? That is the question. That's the question. What is it that you're going to serve? Who are you going to serve? Is that ultimate question. And when we look at the Psalm today, 36 is talking about steadfast love, and you want to serve that steadfast love. Things are going to try to get you off that, but you want to stay on that, right? Because that's what's going to reap you the best outcomes. So, Psalm 36, and then we have the verse today coming. Where is the verse today? Here. Sorry, guys. The verse today coming from Galatians 5:16. So Galatians 5:16 is very important. It kind of sums up today's psalm. Okay? It sums up today's psalm. And today's Psalm 36, steadfast love, is the verse today, Galatians chapter 5 verse 16, sums up the psalm, because it speaks of walk with righteousness, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. So someone is on here. Who is this? How do you get rid of herpes? You get rid of herpes by not walking in the flesh, unfortunately. Okay? Booger Man, how are you doing? Let me see. These messages have been retracted. What are you all doing? Get your life together. Icky White, don't be mad. Love you, poor confused woman. Jesus loves you. Okay. Or ignore. Okay, I'm not seeing the chat. I'm just seeing the chat right now. Okay, I guess they left. But we talk about Galatians, and in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16, walking by righteousness. And a lot of times, people on here don't do that. They come on here and they leave comments, but they're not walking by righteousness. Um, they talk about, what do they talk about? Jesus, but then they are not about that. I don't know what that's about, but this is what happens when you are live. You get these folks. You get these folks who, let me see. Okay. So, walking by righteousness, you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. So, when you walk in righteousness, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see other people's righteousness. But when you walk in the flesh, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see their flesh. So when you lust after someone, think about, okay, let me not look at their flesh. Let me listen to their mind and listen to what's inside as opposed to what's outside. And I got caught up in that, people's outside look and what they look like, but it's not about that. It's about what's on the inside. That's more sustaining. And according to Galatians, it's echoed in that too. Walking by righteousness and not gratifying the desires of the flesh, because the flesh has desires. There's desires that the flesh has and wants to satisfy. So that's why people cheat. That's why people, pursue other people, because they're not getting the flesh satisfied by who they're with. So they go out and get other people. Yeah, Booger Man. You battle with that. It's all about your circle. Yeah, it is. It's about who you surround yourself with. And if you surround yourself with superficial people who all about their hair, what they look like, their makeup, their fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake everything, fake tits, fake bum, everything fake, guess what? You're not, when all of that stuff is gone, what do you have? What do you have? And if you can't live with a person, love a person for their natural state of being, what do you have? Okay. I want to put down the razor and not shave anymore. Under hair, and someone's like, oh my gosh, but I did that. I lived in the hills and I didn't shave for many, many years. I used, what did I use? Lime, and I squeezed the lime on there. But the hair is going to stop growing. The hair is put underneath there for a reason. It's going to stop growing. It's not going to grow till it's long. So, and just like your hair on your eyebrows, every time I go get my nails done, they want to do something to my eyebrows. And I'm like, no, my eyebrows are just the way they're supposed to be. You notice they don't grow too long over hair. I don't have hair over hair like that. Okay. Jemima? What is that? Jemima? Okay. Astro, are you not being nice? We're going to end this here at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Thank you for sticking around with me. And for those of you just joining, we are out of time. We are over time. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And remember to stand in love. Don't fall in it. The word today is faith. Remember that is brought to us by Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For through grace you have been saved through faith. So have faith that I'm going to return again the same time, same channel. See you next time. This has been Chanta Samade. Faith is our word today. Go out and show your faith. Okay. The verse today is Galatians, talking about walking in the righteousness. Walk good. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. That's what Galatians is. Walk good. Faith is going to keep you walking good, Booger Man and Astro and all of you out there. Thanks for listening. So we got walking good, having faith, and most importantly, Psalm 36, knowing the steadfast love. That steadfast love is what's going to keep you keeping on. Okay? Remember that. And always look up. Don't look down. Look up. Look up. Have a blessed day. Take good care. Remember to stand in love. Don't fall in it. Okay? Stand in your goodness. Thank you, Booger. Have a good day. Blessed day. Hey, have a blessed day. Take good care. Love y'all.